Hello guys and welcome to another legendary stream right here on Twitch. Slow congratulations on being first. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you have an amazing Friday so far. Thank you. And I hope everyone else that is lurking also is doing absolutely freaking amazing. Thank you so much guys for tuning in. I got so much to talk about. Oh my god. Of course, the Achievement Tour Challenge video is out now. We've had the release on Sunday. It is pretty insane. Unfortunately, I did get demonetized, so it is whatever. I will be publishing a lot of YouTube shorts, like literally daily, every single day, I'll be publishing a YouTube short. Of course, if you're subscribed to my YouTube, there's not really a reason to watch those shorts, because those shorts are basically very small fractions of the long video. So if you've seen most of the long video, then, yeah, the shorts shouldn't really be relevant, which is also why subscribers don't get notified on those shorts, because I don't want to spam the sub feed, but rather get new people in. That's kind of the goal there. And right now, what I quickly want to show, this is not going to be a devlog. Well, it kind of is, but also I'm gonna kind of talk about it again probably next week when the entire feature is a little more polished. But I do want to show something that will be revolutionary for my tracker. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane. It's like the #1 thing I had to prioritize over all other features that will hopefully get more and more people to use my tracker, especially like the top runners that go for world records, because that's where the exposure will be. Also, massive shout out to Nerdy, who is a top Minecraft speedrunner that regularly pulls in like 500 viewers. He's been using my tracker for over a week now, which is absolutely amazing. So we're getting it out there. But it was only a matter of time, because the other tracker is still not being updated. And so it doesn't surprise me that much, because when you want to play in the newest version, my tracker's kind of the only one. And I also recently saw somebody streaming on Arch Linux with my tracker. So this is so sick. Not only do I have like a big streamer, but I also hands-on saw someone that uses it on a bit of a more niche. It's not super niche. I mean, Arch is huge, but it's the first time I saw the tracker being used on Arch Linux, which is a different Linux distribution. It's just cool to see, because the tracker should work for everything. Shout out again Rodney, who has made that all possible. But it's just so good. Okay, the main thing I want to show real quick, and this is still very much work in progress, which is why there's also no like unreleased version on my Discord or whatever. I haven't really talked about this yet, because it's still very early, and there's still a lot I need to do. And you guys can see I'm very good at breaking games. You guys know that. And this is incredibly helpful for the tracker, obviously. So this is kind of still, or like down to here. This is all related to this one feature. If this is all polished, then the release should mostly be ready. Or like a pre-release, and others can test it before the full release. But there's still lots to do. But basically, I don't want to overwhelm you guys. It's going to be hopefully relatively straightforward. Basically what you can do now, look at this mess here. I'm quickly going to switch. So this is the familiar view. This is basically the CraftMine test template. It's basically my favorite template, because it just has everything the tracker needs to show. Wait, actually, I forgot about this. I have this streamer, and I promised notifying him when I talk about the tracker. So let's quickly do that as well. You guys have audio? No. Properties. Brave. This guy. Quickly wanna see what advancedly I'm working on, because basically he switched back to the old tracker for 1.11. Like, he does a lot of the earlier versions. And that's another thing. My tracker not only supports the newest version, but it also supports lower versions that the main tracker doesn't even support. So let's see if he quickly wants to watch it. That'd be awesome. Because he is, yeah, he is getting the world record in a lot of, like, the all achievements categories. He's absolutely goated. And let's see if he comes in. But basically, the main point is that you now have a toggle down here between the automatic layout, right? When you go here, for example, and a goal is completed, it all shifts one position over. This is the automatic layout. You guys are very familiar with this on any of the all advancements templates, right? And it's very straightforward. This is the automatic layout. However, you can now switch to the manual layout, and you'll immediately see these separators, they disappear, right? Because you're free now. That's basically what this says. Well, you're not fully free, like, you can't do much here yet. This is still the automatic layout. However, and I'll show this again with the Craftmine template. God, I'm way too excited. I couldn't sleep showing this. But also my head was spinning. You can see, going from the automatic to the manual layout, now everything is fully messy. And it's mainly because every single goal, depending on if you want it or not, has coordinates now. And even better, you can go into the visual layout editor as long as the template you have selected here is also the template you're using here. And you click here, and then you can drag the goals around. And there's never any collision. Anything on the right here is the automatic. So you can see if I zoom out a little bit, this rearranges the automatic way. And you can basically drag the goals around however much you want. This is insane. And now look at this. I can just say, hey, I'm going to quickly steal this from that goal. I can even separate the text. And yeah, obviously the checkboxes don't work in this, but you can literally separate whatever you want. And obviously, yeah, you have to save. There's a lot of stuff that's deactivated while you're in this editing mode. You also can't close this window. It's kind of to prevent you forgetting to stop editing in this mode. And obviously, you can also change the positions here. This is insane. There's also this interesting hierarchy that basically this progress text kind of locks the position of everything below. And let's say you go into the freaking settings and say scrollable lists. This will turn any goals that have the stuff down here, the substats, unmodified. It will turn that into scrollable lists. But as soon as you drag it out, it's obviously no scrollable list anymore. So yeah, you can literally separate whatever you freaking want and drag it around. And then obviously you can revert the changes. It moves everything back. I'll also work on a setting where you can only reset the position of one. But you can literally separate it as much as you want. Stop visual editing, save, and bang. This is so insane. This is so insane. This is so insane. Because obviously that's how the tracker has to work. And I'll be adding separation lines. I'll be adding arrows. And I'll be adding text headers. So you can basically achieve the exact same layouts as the AA tool. And that will get people to move over. So hopefully that's not too complicated, but the main goal is basically, and I already have someone who volunteers for this, but basically the goal is that you can reconstruct a layout like this, right? This is the main tracker most people still use. And yeah, that will be very, very doable because you can position all these criteria, everything, the exact way you want. And this is going to be huge. This is going to be absolutely huge. So, yeah. I quickly want to get MS to watch. That would be so awesome. I really want to get him to see this. I really want to get him to see this. So it'd be so awesome, dude. Please, please, MS, you can do this.
Give me a second. I just wanna quickly test.
Okay. Yeah, and this is insane because.
Give me 5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes. 5 minutes is fine. Because one of the other things, right? This tracker, as you might be able to see, all advancements, it ends with 1.21.6, which is the main reason why people have to use my tracker, because 1.21.11, quite frankly, adds a few more things. This tracker still works. Like, AA tool still works for 1.21.11, but advancement stuff is missing. However, for 26.1, so the upcoming Minecraft version, this tracker literally won't work anymore because player files are saved in a different location. So that's crazy. And you can also see, like, all achievements is literally only 1.11, where my tracker obviously goes down all the way to 1.0, and every version has been tested. So, and you can see right here, this layout uses arrows. And that's why I'll also be implementing arrows, because achievements are basically, you have to do one achievement before you can do the next. There's a bit of an ordering to them. And that's another thing that I will be, reconstructing. And then this tracker will become completely obsolete. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. People are gonna be forced to use mine. Oh my god, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be so freaking good. Alright. MS is still testing something. I'm gonna just keep this open. We're already gonna go into the game. So yeah, I'm super sorry if this is a little complicated, but I'm hoping to kind of yap about this again next week, because I like making these devlogs. They have a second purpose now, not just documenting my progress, but from now on, I'm kind of using these devlogs and linking them on the main tracker page, because if you guys don't know, there is YouTube chapters for pretty much everything. You can see there's like, most of this is linking the main Advancedly video. So you basically have these YouTube chapters, and as soon as I start working on more and more features, well, I kind of have to link these devlogs to the template here, because I want to make sure that every feature, everything is explained here on the main tracker page, so that you just don't get lost. Even though it should, within the tracker, it should also be very, very clear. But yeah, you can see there's a lot of effort into YouTube timestamps and just telling exactly how things work. Really nice. Okay, I'm gonna leave this open. I'm gonna switch over already. Last week, guys, we finished the freaking Uncharted 4 main game, meaning we are now playing the DLC. Because I'm not like straight up playing Uncharted 4. This is actually the Legacy of Thieves collection. And this is basically a mix of Thieves End, which is Uncharted 4, and The Lost Legacy, which is a completely separate Uncharted game that I guess goes behind the story of Nadine, I believe? Yeah. Nadine and a friend of hers that in the main Uncharted game was one of our enemies. So we're basically playing from the enemy side. It's supposedly not that big of a game, but it's still very, very interesting. And I'm quickly checking that out. Obviously, we're completing it on the hardest difficulty, but that means Uncharted is not done yet. Today we'll have a 3-hour split, as per usual, because I want to go back to Dying Light. Last week we had no Dying Light, so I want to go back to that today. You were there, and I'm proud of you for it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, that last fight was so difficult. That was crazy. Like, I felt so hopeless. I'm so glad I found a YouTube video that actually explained the strat. But it was so brutal because we like, it took, I actually don't know how long it took, but it probably took like 45 minutes. So it's like 45 minutes of pure stress without knowing if like, without any checkpoints. It's absolutely crazy. Okay, I think I'm gonna mute Spotify. Do you guys have audio? Yes, yes, awesome. Fall asleep almost. That's perfect. No, if I can provide entertainment, even if it's for sleeping, that is a goal achieved. Let's go. Western Ghasts. Gats? No, I think it's actually Ghasts. I don't know. It's an interesting chapter name. Okay, I'm not sure if Emis is gonna come in, because obviously he was asking about like having the same layout for 111 with the arrows. So I wanted to show him that. But I'm like watching his stream right now and he isn't checking it out, I think. He's too locked in. Where's everyone? Why am I alone? I don't know. I don't know what it is, but these Friday streams are always very unpopular. Which I don't quite understand. Because I'm like literally playing the most challenging stuff possible. With like the hardest difficulty and things. Okay, is Emis checking it out? Does this work? Okay, I might have to pause. Oh. I might have to pause the game. I can't yet. Oh boy. Why is it stuck on loading 59? Loading 60? Okay, can I tab out? Is that possible? No, because it's like exclusive full screen. I gotta wait for the loading screen. Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Oh, my week was good though. My week was freaking goated. Because, well, I haven't done much for uni. But it's also not stressing right now. I finished the practical work part, and my supervisor seems happy, so hopefully I'll get my grade soon. Because that will be like 7.5 uni credits that I really need, because 7.5 is a lot. And, yeah, that will mean I can start with the bachelor's thesis. And as you hear, I'm watching your stream. I'm kind of stuck in the loading screen. Okay, there we go. I couldn't tab out. Okay, MS, just to get you excited, you're actually the first person out of like the people that will use Advancedly to see this. But it's gonna be so huge. Basically, and I hope I can get you excited. Obviously, Advancedly is limited to like, well, infinite goals and very customizable and you can do whatever. But watch this. I'm just gonna go to my Craftmind template because this is like where I test everything. And as soon as you go into the template editor, why is it so small? As soon as you go into the template editor, you have to basically select the same template here and in the template editor. That's no big deal. Like it tells you. And then if you go edit templates, you can now click onto this visual layout monitor editor. Why monitor editor? And you can see it does some stuff in the background, but while it's active, it also displays a warning. You can't close this window right now, so you kind of have to drag it down to the side. And you can start. Oh, I need to switch to this, and then you can start dragging goals around. These goals on the side here are still like automatic. So they're, if you unlock the layouts, they still rearrange. So these are like automatic. But in this visual editing mode, you can literally start dragging whatever you want from the automatic goals and make it custom. I will obviously be adding separation lines and arrows and stuff, but there's basically now, if you save that, coordinate values to every single goal. For example, the block and arrow would be the shield. You can see how the coordinates update down there. You can drag it around and literally place it wherever you want. This is crazy. Like, obviously you can kind of just drag the whole goal, but look at this hierarchy. I can drag this whole goal. Oh, I broke it now. You can drag this whole goal, but if you so please, you could also just take the text out, take this text away, and then take this away, take this away, take this away, take this away. And this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. So hopefully this starts getting into the direction that you want. Obviously, with, you know, as soon as you are on the show all hiding mode, which it automatically puts you in when you have this active, any goals that will be completed will just stay where they are. And you can place them wherever the frick you want. Oh my god, Seskio is here. Yes, Seskio, you'll get an early draft as soon as I have the separation lines ready. As soon as I have the lines to make the sections, right? And yeah, this will be insane. Obviously, you can always go back. If you uncheck the manual layout, it will just revert back to what it was. If you check the manual layout, it puts the automatic ones on the side still. So these still behave as the other ones. But if you go into the visual layout editor, you can drag every bit and piece wherever you want. This was so much freaking work. This is crazy. This is insane. This is insane. But that's what I said, guys. Like, everything has to be dynamic. Everything has to be dynamic. This was such a challenge. There's still so much I need to fix. So it's still very, very early. I still have a hella long list of things that I gotta do. I think it is like right behind. Yeah, right here. The entire... Hello, let me drag. This entire thing is still related to just this one feature. I'm very good at breaking games, so it definitely helps to, yeah, work on the tracker. But then you save, you stop the visual editing mode, and then you can interact with the stuff again, and now everything is fixed. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good luck, Seskio, on your lesson as well. But MS, you can see it right here. So there will be separate text headers that I'm going to add. There will be separate lines, and there will be arrows. So those arrows, I already had this noted down for a couple hours now. Those arrows will be very important for the achievements. Technically, I could go as far as like having the arrows linked up to certain goals, and when the goal at like the tail end of the arrow is completed, the arrow lights up. That is something I am thinking about, which is why I mentioned in the chat. But that might be later. But that's the kind of stuff I can play around with now. This is gonna be wild. And Emis, that's what I'm like calling you out for now. I need your help to obviously then place the goals into the correct place. Because I work on the tracker and I need you guys' help to make the template the correct orientation and positioning and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. But this will be very easy. But I just need your help to kind of just drag these things around. Then save it here. Oh, discard. And yeah. Then send that template to me. That'll be very good. That'll be very huge. So yeah. I'll get an early version out on the Discord relatively soon and let you guys know about it. As you tap back in, you hit enter, and then you stop editing there, and then you can close this window again. Yeah, obviously this is a mess now, but like it doesn't matter. That's what I wanted to show. Thank you, MS. thank you for listening to my TED Talk. This is hopefully the direction you guys want to see the tracker go towards, because holy cow, this will get so many people over, because it will keep the positioning of the goals static, and you can arrange it exactly how you have it on the A tool, familiar with how you freaking want it, but you're not limited to trust the 80 advancements of 116 or whatever. So, yeah. Good luck on the 11 grind. You got this. And thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Let's go. We're back with Nadine and Chloe, right?
Rather not go into it.
He certainly seemed to have a thing for you.
Don't remind me.
Oh,
Proved useful at the time, but... Yeah.
Do tell.
Yeah, I seen that the rail skip wasn't too